party people, and the place to be. Live from 58 Dream Street, we're James and with Games. Hello, Thedev! Happy Sunday to you. It is good to be back. Very happy to be returning to Britannia today. It's real disappointment to myself when I realized I couldn't do a stream last week. Because I'm excited for the next step, which is heading to Vesper to finally see if we can get on Lord British's ship, hit the high seas. We have errands to run. I'm going to fire up the game in a moment here, but I realized that I have not updated my active quests section in my spreadsheet here. So I just want to delete the ones that I did and then add the new ones. Riveting content. Okay, just gotta confirm. What did the Wisps ask me to do? Talk to Alagner. Talk to Alagner in New Magentia about his notebook for the Wisps. Hail British! Welcome. How are you this evening for you? Okay. Alright. We're good to go. Let's fire it up. I think I've got my volume in reasonable condition. But we'll find out together in just a moment. There we go. Lord British Presents. I watched a great interview with Lord British, with Richard Garriott, on YouTube the other day. It was good. He, a little loud for me, possibly a little low for the crowd. Let me know. We'll know more when we get to the real sounds and not the many sounds here of the intro. Yeah, a little bit quieter in my ear. Looks like maybe a little bit louder. Well, let me know. Let me know if that needs to be adjusted. Okay. So, we had a very productive adventure in the woods. A fortnight passed. We went seeking an audience with the Time Lord, and instead we found an ever-expanding series of links in the quest chain to meet the Time Lord, culminating in... Excellent. Excellent. I'm glad to hear that. How are you, Thedev? How was your weird, wrong month Thanksgiving that you folks do down there? Hope you're enjoying that. Honestly, I wouldn't mind a solid 4 days off right around this time of year. I say that after we just had a November study break like a couple of weeks ago. Okay, yeah, so we wound up meeting the Wisps and asking them if they could introduce us to the Time Lord. And of course they said, well, hold on. How about you go on a quest to fetch us something? They want us to go to New Magentia and talk to a guy about his notebook. So we got someone wanting us to go to New Magentia to talk about a notebook. We have to go to Moonglow for some reason. To seek the observatory, because there's an upcoming planetary event of some note. We've got to seek the pirate Hook with his hook hand in the Buccaneer's Den. And we need to follow Elizabeth and Abraham towards Geelong. That's 4 quests that all happen off the main continent. We need a ship. So we're going to try to get to Vesper today. Let's take a look at the map. Because this Vesper, this is new to me, to the Avatar. I like. Pop up the map for a moment here. There we go. So right now, we're at the Shrine of Compassion, because in the course of meeting the wisps, achieving a whole bunch of stuff, getting to talk to the monkeys. They're not called monkeys. I can't remember what they're called. The Emps. In the course of getting to talk to the Emps, and in so doing, protect their special silverleaf trees from the depredations of the local lumberjack, who was real cool about signing a contract to stop cutting down what I assume are lucrative trees because they're special. In the course of doing that, we also found out what happened to Nastassia's father. Nastassia being or the Avatar's girlfriend. And so we headed back here to the Shrine of Compassion. So right now we're at the Shrine of Compassion, which this is a little messy in terms of the geography, but we're in this vicinity. So if we head up here, we can get back to Minoc, and we will stop off at Minoc along the way, because it occurred to me that the mayor of Cove told us that the pollution in Loch Lake, he suspects the Britannian Mining Company. I don't know that I met the president of the Britannian Mining Company. If I can find him and be like, hey dude, can we not pollute this lake? That might be worth doing. But then we want to head through here towards the town of Vesper. We're going to have to go through the desert, possibly along the way meeting... Hey, is the Shrine of Sacrifice in the middle of the desert now? And possibly along the way meeting our old buddy Sinvaral. Who knows? I don't know how long gargoyles live. But maybe we can catch up with our old friend. We once thought he was a demon. He didn't correct us. Then later we learned that he was in fact a gargoyle. Okay, so we got a lot to do. Last thing I want to know before I move along. So I want to know what's this say? Hold on. Gonna make my way to the key. I knew the B was a B. Oh, and the T is a T. Well, hold on. B, T. Right! As soon as you say that, I remember it. It was there, and then it wasn't. Now it's back. But it's not called New Vesper. Hope someone got fired for that continuity oversight. It's the something marsh on the map here. That's enough for me. I could tell just looking at it was a marsh. It has the same style as this other marsh. So, everybody hitch up your swamping boots. And I guess we'll just get going. Oh. Do I have to... I think I have to go... No, I don't want to go to Cove. Arrgh. Did this to myself. Hold on. Was it this one? Is this my save game? Yes. Great. There. Quells the hunger pangs for at least a little bit. Unless it turns out hunger is only caused by movement and not time. But I don't think that's the case. We do have to go to Cove. And so away we go. Don't smell the food. Oh man. Stop smelling the food, Slater. No one can force you to smell... Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. I did not mean to come up here. Who are you? Can we talk about this? No we can't. Okay. This is a whole separate thing. I don't think we need to make trouble up there. Hello, Slater, by the way. Happy belated American Thanksgiving. I was about to say, One thing that makes me wish the Canadian Thanksgiving... One way in which it would be cool if we had American-timed Thanksgiving. Oh. Well, I hope you still had a good day on Thursday. Alright. Heading through. Oh, the ominous music. Oh no, it's slime. To arms! I hate it. Oh man. I guess that's a real downside to it's the catch-22 of American Thanksgiving being a Thursday. It's that it's happening in America. So you have vacation time to actually get the Friday too. Now she's gonna give it to you. Okay, try this again. Maybe the team, I don't know. I don't know what the strategy is supposed to be for fighting ooze. Back in oh, Shamino, are you kidding me, man? What about your swamp boots, buddy? Oh, that's Ceramed. We haven't got swamp boots for Ceramed yet. Fair enough, dude. I'll help you out here. Just do your best not to die from the poison while I rifle around in my bag here for the next 5 minutes. It seems like the kind of sadistic thing they would do. Okay. Boom. Boom. Game changer. Game changer. I've tied my spellbook to my hip. It's like in a holster now. There. Okay. Great. My final score for my rating of this game just went up by 0.5%. Cured. Excellent. Good job, team. But yeah, with the ooze, like in good old turn-based Ultima, you just killed the ooze and then got on with your day. Like it took a while, but among other things, you were selecting your target. Oh well, there. That was a better strategy. What I had to do was to just, by virtue of random number generator. Ah, snakes! I just needed the random number generator to only send one little bit of ooze against me. Oh, come on. We're just going to leave you alone, whatever horrible thing you are. Ceramed! Damn it, man. Let's get all the way out of the swamp before we... Oh, no. Don't be fooled by the graphic. The meat has been picked clean off of this deer's bones. Alright, alright. Jeez. Give you another cure. Well, that looks more like Bambi's mom. That's a full grown. I suppose eventually Bambi grew old and died. Didn't happen in the film, but stands to reason. They should do a Bambi 2. One of the I guess it wouldn't count as direct to video. Direct to Disney Plus or whatever. Bambi 2. Just a different way of traumatizing the kids. It's not by having the hunter shoot Bambi's mom. It's just knowing that Bambi literally can't do anything to prevent dying. Yeah, there it is. Bambi becomes a crypto billionaire. One of the richest deer in the entire world. But it turns out that no matter... Yeah, of course you can. Of course you could use a little food. Wait, do we have food? Hopefully somebody does. Ceramid? No? Well. Okay. Jana? Are you carrying food? The twist in the end. Yeah, if only I knew a good fishing spot. Because Ceramid does have that rod. Spark, are you holding any food? I know you don't have that big bag of grain anymore. Oh, links of sausage. Of course, who is it that's hungry? It's not Spark. Is it me? Nah. Virtue of sacrifice. I'll ignore my hunger for a little while. Just to avoid slowing everybody down. Alright, Jana. Well, become one with nature, Jana, by munching down on these this chain of sausage links. In theory, that should be able to feed us all, right? Yeah, so the twist in the end is that Bambi gets all this money and realizes that all she, I can't even remember. All Bambi really wants is for people on the internet to sincerely think that Bambi is cool and funny. And there's just no amount of money that can buy that. It's like a fable. And then Bambi dies. Because you also can't prevent your death by being extremely rich. Yeah. Bambi buys Twitter and still gets just roasted all the time. Okay, what? No, it's so dark in here. No. Stay away, danger. Let's come out here. Back to Minoc. Okay. Did I give up on having torches? Here's another problem with taking a week off. You're returning to this game that wants you to make all kinds of logistical preparations for everything. And you are not logistically prepared at all. I think I see a torch. A torch. Alright, hey Spark. You like holding torches? Kids like holding on to torches, right? You certainly don't need this cup. I do have the light spell. Right. You know what? Yeah. Let's save the torch for an emergency. And for now... Not light, though. Light is a joke. Let's just see what's in here. What was threatening me? Rats! Oh my, Slater. We'll get into dangerous territory if I start riffing on that, so I'm just gonna let it slide. When do we eat? Look at all this rat meat. What do you mean, when do we eat? Feast yourselves. Come on. Enjoy. Alright, Jana, just oh. And it's just a nothing cave? Sword on the ground. Alright. Well, I hate this place. I wish we'd never come here. Fortunately, we have control of the forces of time and space. That headless looked like it was like sitting on a stump or something. Yeah, where's their virtue of humility? None of us are too good to chow down on some rats we just killed. Okay. Well, we've made it to town. Oh, man. Minoc. Bruh. Bro. Hold on. Brah. No. N. Minoc branch. Minoc branch. Okay. Yeah, of course. It's just the fellowship. I gotta turn my brightness up a little. There we go. That's better. Really illuminating my face. Maybe there's a middle ground. There we go. That's a bit better. Okay. Oh man, when do we eat? Like 70 times a day. Alright. Who can sell us food? I know! This is not what I'm looking for. Who are you? Gladstone. Right. Hey, Gladstone. Treats me like an old friend. What a guy. Well, this is not how I treat my old friends, but see ya. Can't do anything for me? I'm not sticking around to chat. Who is gonna sell us some food before we die? Town hall. Town hall. Yeah, that really seems like the kind of thing you would, when you have runes that cover like other aspirations. Why not also? Oh, goodness, folks. Artist Guild. Well, I mean, maybe the ending here is just we starve to death. Walking around begging someone to feed us. Oh my goodness. What a cruel tease. We have to show our virtue by not stealing that delicious ham. I've got so much money, but you can't eat money. You can't eat weapons either. Nor ships. Okay. Saramed, it's up to you to save us. We're going to the shore, to the docks. What is with these characters just randomly equipping? I'm going to hold 67 or 83 coins in my offhand. Fishing rod. Not even a bite, and then it closes the menu. Like, he's just like, maybe it's just like a, you know, like some people need like those fidget spinners or like a stress ball or something. He just likes moving the coins around in his hand. Seems like it would just increase the stress, though, to use quite that many. Okay, now he's got his fishing rod in his backpack or hip holster or whatever it is. So at least we can... Not even a bite. What about in that spot? It got away. It was a big one. Okay, there are fish here. This is an infuriating way to feed the team. Lost his bait. If I take it from him, I have to unequip my spellbook temporarily. Okay. Well, we tried to get some food, folks. We tried. Just hang tight, friends. You know what Lord British should do as a public works project? Like the maps that they have at every mall entrance. Let's just get one of those on a big stone tablet. Remind me where the... Yeah, the food smells great. The... Something something. Okay, here we are. Here we are. Hey, Rutherford. What do you do? You're the barkeep. Of course you are. That's disgusting, sir. Oh my goodness. Coughing into the same rag that he's wiping the bar down with. You know what could reduce the amount of bright white light shining on my face? What if I were to go so far as to put the secondary monitor in reading mode? Since for some ridiculous reason that's a bit better. I still haven't adjusted my overall setup here. I'm looking at my laptop screen to play the game and my big monitor for the spreadsheet. We can do better. Maybe that can be a project for next week. Oh yeah. Gourmet dishes. All we want is bread. Please tell me you have reasonable bread prices. 3 gold a loaf. Do I still want it? Yes. How many wouldst thou like? You would be surprised. We are carbo-loading today, sir. I guess let's have 3 full meals of bread. There. 54 gold worth of bread loaves. And they better be fresh. We don't want them too crusty. Oh no. Spark's carrying the bread too. I'm going to feel bad if he slices himself open on any of this bread. Look at him. Just laying down. Reach in there very carefully, Spark. Actually, you know what? It's painful. But I think for the... No, wait. Everyone has an invisible hunger meter. So we might as well just all have a loaf. We'll start with Spark, the youngest, and we'll go clockwise around to the avatar. Spark's too good to eat bread. Okay. Great. Okay. More bread for me. No, shut up. That better have just been an error. That better have just been queued up before you got the bread, avatar. Okay. Minoc. Just says Minoc. What an odd part of town to put that sign in. Okay. Did I actually... Have I met the head of the mining company is probably like in the mine or something, right? I met a foreman. I don't remember my dialogue options with him. Obviously, if it had let me ask him about Lock Lake, I just would have. Okay, you know what? It's not that environmentalism isn't important. And, like, the state of Lock Lake is pretty dire. But we've accomplished one mission in Minoc. And I'm eager to see if we can't make Vesper. Wait, where is this the place? Britannian Mining Company. How about that? Alright, better save. Just in case the head of the mining company has his goons murder us when we start raising questions. Excuse me. Art thou addressing me? Gregor scowls. Well, I don't see anyone else here. Except my 5 friends. So I must be talking to you. What's your name again, pal? It's Gregor, right? My name is Gregor. I somehow forgot to write you down last time, Gregor. So I'll do that now. Wild that I could have forgot as charming a figure as you, Gregor. Alright, you're Gregor. Oh, Greg is a whole different guy. Greg's from Britain. He wears a silly purple hat. I'll never forget that. Because 2 of the 4 friends of the lady in the south of Britain are Greg and James. Like me and my friend Greg. What do you do, Gregor? He's in charge of the mining company. So, but only here in Minoc, huh? Place of social change. Like social change through the building of enormous monuments to mediocre dudes? Yeah, let's drill down on that. What kind of social change do you think is going down here? Yeah, oh, literally. I was being sarcastic, but you meant it. The big social change here is just celebrating. At least he's acknowledging he's just a good shipwright. Not trying to tell me he's great. A master craftsman? I don't know about that, based on the things I've heard. And a very active fellowship branch. Well, I gotta give him that for social change. How do you feel about the fellowship, Gregor? They've done immeasurable good for Minoc, helping to counter the disunity that can plague a town such as ours, where so many people are fixated upon monetary gain. But what about all the people who feel the artisans are not happy? So, yeah. So are you impressed by this monument? You helped to organize things to get it built. How about that? Okay. How's trade? Loads of stuff. You won't have the Artist Guild for long if the Fellowship have their way, though. Right? So you run a sawmill here. Makes sense. Oh, yeah. No one will ever forget the mysterious disappearing murders. How could someone be disemboweled so viciously and yet leave not a single drop of blood? It's all the sawdust. They just had to sweep up. Just had to sweep thoroughly when they were done with the killing. And everything was clean. Oh yeah. How about the inn? Checkered cork. Famous for the rustic character and atmosphere. It's a fine place. Yeah. I was kind of put off, to be honest. Not because it appeared unclean. Because it was obviously unclean. I saw the man. I saw Rutherford work into his rag and then smear it all over the bar. That's why we took our bread to go. The Artist Guild is a small collection of craftspeople who have huddled together to sell their little trinkets. They pride themselves on being the local dissenters of everything. How much unity can you have in the town if there are local dissenters? I may have already mentioned Owen, the shipwright. He builds the finest ships that have ever set sail. I don't know about that. Now. Okay. Essential minerals. Progress is important. Okay. Turns out the Avatar doesn't care. We have no follow-up questions about your pollution of Loch Lake. I will be on my way, Gregor. Keep on polluting in health. This is it. We shall head Vesperwards. So we're going to go east through another marsh. And then, on the other side of it, we'll be in a desert. So that's exciting. Oh, hey. Who lives here? Did they leave any... Oh, the Narwhal should be a fine, fine vessel, measuring 100 cubits from bow to stern. She shall be constructed of the finest yew wood, with a ballast of 37 cubits. After the planks are retrograded, I shall precipitate the bottom decks to ensure their verbosity. Do you mean ensure with an E? Because if you want to insure, I think you need to actually contact a broker. You can't just preciprocate the bottom decks. Each bunk should fit exactly within 3 foot by 4 14 cubit cabin, except for the first mate and sergeant's quarters, which will be octagonal. Owen of Minoc. Ah, so I guess it sounds like a bad plan because it's Owen's plan. I do not think I'm heading towards the marsh. Oh, hey. A moongate. How's this one working? Ouch! It's alright. We'll run headlong into every moongate we find until eventually they work. I thought maybe we'd find the sawmill up there. Yeah, I don't know. Something about, like, the southern tip of a desert. Seems like an odd place for Vesper. I don't know. Something about the name just makes it sound like it should be somewhere prettier or, you know, closer to, yeah, close to the Abbey. So I should have my left hand ready to press the C key. Here we are. I'm going to try one more time to read the name of this marsh. Happy lurking, Slater. What am I misreading here? B-T-O-O D Batooty Marsh. It doesn't seem like that can be what the name is. And yet, I can't convince myself that's not what it says. Alright, save. Well, if anyone's going to have a bad feeling right now, it should be Saruman, since we have not bought swamp boots for him. Oh! Oh, she's okay. She's okay, just a flesh wound. You have bad feeling. How do you think Jana feels? She's nearly dead. I don't think I have regained... I don't think I have any garlic. So I don't think I can heal. I don't think I can bust out a Mani, but I'll try. Huh? I actually can't tell if that was... No, it worked. Okay. Oh! You don't need garlic for Mani. Right? You just need spider silk and Ginseng? It's been too long since Ultima V when I had to mix all my spells and it was easier to remember the recipes. But let's save. Every other time in the game so far, I would expect to take a few steps and see the ocean. But this is probably not a beach. It's probably a desert. It's a desert. Will there be sand traps? Will there be giant scorpions? Is it important to stay on the path? Are there sandworms if we go off the path? So many questions. Hail, Jacket 320! How are you on this fine day? I love the victory jingle because 5 adults, heavily armed, and 1 child with a boomerang were able to kill a single snake. When can we rest? When we're dead, kid. And not a moment before. Ooh, a cave. Yes, we always feel bad. You gotta ignore those feelings. Okay. This is a mine. Of course. We're near the mining town of Vesper. But there's danger. What's this on the ground? Chunks of ore. So they're not running a tight mining operation here. Just leaving all the ore on the ground. We've got ominous music. Found some boxes. Magic bolts. Is this stealing? Definitely stealing. Shouldn't have done that. Trying to be an honest person. Is it honest to use the save game feature to evade the consequences of your actions? I don't know. I'm not a virtue ethicist by trade. I don't know. It's not going double long. The walk arrow. I'm stuck in we can't go quick. We're greeted with a smile from this gargoyle. Look at him. What a jolly guy. He's got a serious underbite. That's going to make it really tough for him to eat. And yet, he does look very happy. The music is intense for this conversation. Okay, gotta set up a Vesper sheet. Name, job, info. It's great. Like, it's horribly inappropriate for what's actually happening on screen. Okay, let's get to know this fellow. What's your name, son? To be known to you as Laplem. Laplem. Awesome. What do you do? To mine the... Wait, actually, what does your name mean? To mean rock one. You have a friend named Adult Contemporary One. Har har har. To be a minor. To be the only minor of my race in this town. Wow. You're the only one. Let me just jot down that you're a minor. I probably could have gone ahead and filled that one in before he even confirmed it. You're the only minor. There was another. And Manivas. Okay. And Manivas to have left Vesper because of racism. To sit down in the tavern all day with brother for an ammo. To feel bad for Anonymous and brother. But you need job. He shrugs. To put up with hatred. So why do you have to make everything about race? I don't know what it's... I have no idea what the keyword is supposed to be implying that I would say here. Tell me more about your race of gargoyles. Hey, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Speaking of racism, this is a wingless gargoyle. Speaking in fluent sentences. Go figure. The nice farmer, the nice gargoyle farmer in Ultima VI was right, and all the rest of the gargoyles were wrong. And Captain John, who meant well. I guess he was just too enamored of the gargoyles to see the faults in their society. To know of many gargoyles who work in the other mines, but to see the Vesper mine has only humans now. And you. Don't sell yourself short. You're still here. Holding out. To be called Vesper. To be the only place, other than parts of Britain, where gargoyles live with humans. To tell you that there are more conflicts. To wonder if Turfin would be a better choice to maintain a home. Well, I don't know. What kind of conflicts? See the humans grow in hostility towards us. Sadly, to also see many gargoyles begin to show mutual feelings. To hope the situation never becomes violent. Well, if it does, you hope you pack a boomerang. The Turfin? Gargoyle Home City. To be constructed 200 years ago when the Codex was placed in the void and the gargoyles were without places to live. Though not prohibited, no humans reside there. So, if I'm reading this right, the implication is that the Avatar's grand compromise of putting the Codex in the void so that everybody could have it did not solve the problem of the gargoyle world collapsing in the absence of the Codex. You know, maybe Batlin is kind of on to something here with his idea that maybe we've misinterpreted the Avatar's actions as heroic. No humans reside there, though it's not prohibited. Man, it's been 200 years! Come on, Britannians. Whatever, 200 years. Obviously, we know, sadly, from our own recent human history that 200 years is not enough for people to get over racism. Magically locked. Scary looking. Ore processor. You are worthy. Although, shouldn't your question be, am I to be not worthy, or to be not worthy? Another scary ore chewing machine. What's this? Oh, it's a bat. Kill it! Oh no. Well, Shauna's dead. It's totally the kind of thing where you try to explain that it's problematic that in 200 years not a single human has thought to move to Turfin or settle down, and that the gargoyles still aren't really welcome, and they haven't achieved presence in many Britannian towns. They have awkward, and then they look at you and they're like, oh, listen to this critical race theory. As long as we don't have a sign up that says we hate gargoyles, then we're not doing anything wrong. Alright, Jana. If a bat comes and starts killing you this time, I promise to react faster. Hey, wait. Hey, pal. I just want to have the same conversation we just had. Hey, Lapland. The rock one. You're the only miner. Because of... Man. I guess, I don't know. Is it Ultima 4 or Ultima 6 where, Britannian civilization peaked? It obviously can't be Ultima 5. But, Britannia just, really sucks along a whole lot of different axes in the current day. Bats, to battle! Don't let them eat Jana! Well, on the one hand, I did start the fight quicker that time. On the other hand, there were a ton of them. It makes no difference. Oh, right! Right! Well, then I bet they can come up with some bullshit reason why that doesn't count, though. Locked. Now... I wish there was more neutral feeling treasure. Instead of just constantly finding treasure that I'm like, it would be stealing if I took this, right? This is clearly somebody's property. Alright. When can we rest? At nighttime, kid. I don't know how your dad used to do it when he was alive. Okay, who's hungry? How am I hungry? I'm one of the only ones who did eat the bread earlier. Spark, reach carefully into your bag for a loaf of bread, please. Spark loses 1 HP every time I send him reaching into this bread bag. For anybody, who's like, what the hell is this guy? Why does this guy keep making jokes about bread hurting people? British of the chat, not Lord British, was telling me a story where recently he cut himself on a real crusty piece of bread. Oh ho, here we are. Vesper. Well, you know what? They could have done, and they didn't. They could have done the Earthbound thing. In Earthbound, there's a desert section. And when you're wandering in the desert, you constantly get sunstroke unless you have moist towelettes. So thank you, Richard Garriott, for this failure of realism, where we just walk through the desert and it's fine. 1 moist towelette costs 7 gold. How many would you like? Thou art the person in one of my storybooks. Yeah. Kind of like a hero of legend. Right here in the flesh, though. I art. That's exactly who I art. Good eye, young lady. What's your name? She's Catherine. That's great. Now, if I may borrow the unpretentious and blunt language of my dear departed Uncle Jimmy, who once we were having a conversation that was a real like getting to know you as a guy who's growing up, because I was like 14, staying at my aunt and uncle's, and actually maybe even a little older than that. And my aunt had to go out, so it's just me and Jimmy, and we're just talking about different things. And then he goes, "So with people that people like minorities and stuff, would you say you're racist?" And I was like, "I hope not." And he was like, "Good." Because like racism is bad. It's the only time an adult in my family ever talked to me about racism. It was clumsy as hell, but I love Jimmy. I miss him all the time. But yeah, great memory. So Catherine, you racist? How do you feel about gargoyles? Let's cut right down to brass tacks. She has no job. She lives with her mother and father here in Vesper. That makes sense. Which one of your parents do you love more? Father's the overseer at the mines. Oh no. Have you ever heard your father say anything racist about his gargoyle employees? What's your mom like? Oh, she points, apparently indicating her house. No, I think she doesn't need to point. She can reach out and actually put her hand on her mom's shoulder right now. But that's the thing, when you want your NPCs to have a whole daily cycle, but you don't have that much storage space that you and also labor time that you can constantly update every little bit of their text to recognize where they are right now. This is going to happen sometimes. It's the name of our city, my Lord Avatar. If thou art lost, thou mayst wish to speak with the town clerk. All right. Bye, Catherine. Please treat all people equally. Or, I mean, maybe not equally, because, if people are rude, you should treat them differently than if they're polite and stuff. But please treat all people with respect and dignity. The matronly woman you see has a look of concern on her face. Oh, wait, hold on. I wrote down that I got Catherine's name down, but I didn't write her job down. She's a scofflaw. Doing nothing. I would not look at this. This woman does not look matronly to me. Like, she looks matronly in the sense that I can tell by context that she's the mother of this child. She otherwise looks like a pretty young woman. Good day, my lord. I am Ivella. She curtsies. Impressive. I guess you gotta tip the chair forward onto the front two legs to do a curtsy while seated. Might I know thy name? Just call me James. Virtue of humility. It's a pleasure to meet you too, Ivella. Let me just Yellow, hold up my spreadsheet while I inscribe Ivella's name. So, what dost thou do, Ivella? She's a mother. Her husband's name is Cador. Okay, so we can go ahead and add Cador, the mine overseer. In a maybe it's not fair to say this about real life, but I certainly feel like in any fantasy fiction context, no one with the job title overseer turns out to be a good dude. How do you feel about the fellowship? You didn't even bring it up. I'm getting brainwashed here. I'm like, have you heard about sanguine cognition? We just use 3 simple principles. No, I've heard of it. ad nauseum. I don't know how up on your Latin you are. That means until I'm nauseous. Hold parades and festivals. They've even built shelters for homeless folk throughout Britannia. If they're willing to convert and start paying dues, right? Your husband learned of them some time ago, and we've been happy members ever since. Well, good for you. So, is your husband Cador? Am I putting this all together correctly? Cador is his husband. He's the overseer of the company here in Vesper. He's often at the tavern at this time. I do wish he would not go every night with that woman. And there we go. Not usually the reason that the characters who are called overseer turn out to be bad, but already we got a problem with this overseer. Tell me about it. Her name is Mara. She's a fellow miner. She is very nice, but also very beautiful. So hold on. Vesper is a progressive enough town that you have lady miners. But you can't get along with the gargoyles? Mara. Miner / adulteress. Question mark in parentheses. I do not like mine husband spending all that time with her. You're not so bad looking yourself. But I understand where you're coming from. So, at least you have Catherine, though. I worry about her. Every day at noon, she seems to disappear for a few hours. You're her mom. And you don't have a job. I can see that I am going to get to the bottom of this for you. But I don't understand why you cannot figure this out. Oh, there we go. Catherine, not racist. She has these foolish notions. The gargoyles are friendly and honorable. I'm afraid she may be visiting the other side of the oasis. Oh, I do hope not. It's just like in Ultima V when you go around and you're talking to someone and then randomly they're like, pretty great how we have this Blackthorn regime now. And you're like, excuse me. Here, it's racism. And fellowship membership. Just all new set of personality flaws that Britannians can suddenly reveal. This town would not be lovely. This town is a company town of mining shacks in the desert. Waffle syrup! Welcome! Glad to have you here. You know, seeing my celebration animation there, I screwed up the physics of how hair should go. If your hair was long enough to be, like, I just got my haircut, it wouldn't happen at all now. But if you're actually, your hair going like that when you're jumping would happen on the way back down. It wouldn't pop with you when you jump. But every time I see it, I think like, hey, from a cartoon perspective, it works. So congratulations to me. There was no artistry involved in that. Just a happy accident. It reminds me of, although this was deliberate, a deliberate choice made by skilled artists, in Who Framed Roger Rabbit, to give Jessica Rabbit her like absurd voluptuousness and expressive sexiness, so to speak. One thing they did is that they animated the bouncing of parts of her body backwards from how they actually should go. So it's not quite right. And so it really stands out all the more. And, some 30 years later, an artist of comparable skill did the same thing. How are you today, Waffle? Anyway, oh man. You think Alston should have them run out of town. Who's Austin? He's the mayor. Eldrith recommended that we elect him, so of course we did. Yeah. It's a neat trick. And I guess I'm lucky that I knew about that. Because when I noticed my thing, I thought, at first I thought like, geez, I should fix this. And then I was like, wait. If it's good enough for the Roger Rabbit people, it's good enough for me. I am not really having procrastination problems, officer. But I am pretty busy. Which is a bit of a drag. Like, I could really use a proper day off. I at least have this chunk of my day. I can carve, taking some time for me. And then, like, tonight I got to write a reference letter and mark papers and all that stuff. I'm good. I'm good, though. Especially right now. Okay, I think I actually wrote the... Okay. However, between the two of us, I think we ought to have someone new if Austin doesn't do something quickly. Exactly. I am not procrastinating that work. I'm doing something else and I'll do the work later. I don't see myself wanting to be the mayor of this racist shithole mining town, no. I'm the Avatar, a gleaming exemplar of virtue. And what do I know about managing a town? Virtue of humility. It's too bad. I believe that would be perfect for the office. Oh, wait till you hear on my policy about accepting our gargoyle brothers and sisters. Okay, so why did you voted for this Austin just because Eldroth said to? He's the town advisor. And he sells provisions. Alright. Jeez. Advisor, provisioner. Yeah, I guess it's good that the Ultima Online players were dedicated to the role-playing at that level. We need to really recreate... When you're hanging out in Vesper, you just need to be typing racist things so that it feels like we're in Vesper. I guess it's too late to write a letter to Richard Garriott. He no longer has control over Ultima Online. When I watched this interview with Richard Garriott recently on YouTube, there's a point where he said, the interviewer asked, like, what's your favorite Ultima? And he was like, well, to me, there are 3, like, essential Ultimas. And I thought to myself immediately, it's going to be 4, 5, and 7, right? 4 because it's the one that pioneered like a whole new approach to RPG storytelling and brought the virtues in and created Britannia. And 7 because, yeah, this is obviously your living world thing. And then I was just showing off how humble I am, actually, Thedef. And then I thought he'd say 5. Because in my mind, I thought, and 5, because it's the perfect one. It's the one that is just as well crafted as it could be. But no, he said 4, 7, and online. And I understood why. And it's like, okay, fine. But the standards you're using, I see why 5 doesn't make the list. But It's the best one. All right. Before I go, do you want to say any other racist things? Here, she says, fumbling through her robes. Finally, she finds a piece of parchment and hands it to you. Thanks? Oh, it's going to be literature from the Britannian Purity Society or whatever, isn't it? Well, is it this one? Nope. Is it this one? Nope. It's not this one, is it? No. That's my ship deed. Okay, well. Well. What then? Spark, I thought you were going to hold all the bread. Here's my whistle. My blowgun. Okay. I assume she just handed me a racist pamphlet. Oh, I was like, my magic boots got upgraded somehow. But they are in fact just really artfully placed with 2 cups. Okay. I hope I'm not... Yeah. Oh no. I hope it didn't go into my the avatar was like, oh, this is great. I'm going to attach this to my neck so everyone can see the racist literature. Well, okay. Should I look through everybody else's bags? Okay, it was literally... Alright, Elo. Let's throw that trash on the ground where it belongs. We're going to say that Elo's old and he didn't think to read it. He was just like, oh, that was nice of her to give us this parchment. Vesper branch of the Britannian Mining Company. We got to find us an inn. In fact, let's just save. Eldroth's provisions. Good to know where that is. Town Hall. Someone's house. Inn. This is an inn. Trainer. Ooh, trainer. We do have a ton of training points still. Oh. Is this an inn or just a tavern? This is just a tavern, isn't it? Well, while we're here, is Kedor the lousy husband somewhere here? The man before you narrows his eyes to slits as he sees you. He looks like the kind of guy who would. What's your name, pal? Returning like for like. Blorn, if thou must know. Yeah, my life was not complete, Blorn. Until I knew your stupid sounding name. What do you do? I don't believe I wish to tell thee. Fuck you too, Blorn. Well, I hate that guy. Oh, hey! You do look strong and powerful. Share a nod with you. What's your name, big guy? I'm Zaxxan, he states proudly. Well, Zaxxam. Zaxxam. You know what? Whatever. If in the name lottery, some people got Blorn, I'd be proud of being called Zaxxam. What do you do? Something that you're really proud of yourself for. I teach others to be strong fighters. I'm a trainer here in Vesper. Oh, of course. And great, because some of us would like to get stronger. And everyone we train just makes us better at the other things that a person could be good at. You like it here in Vesper? Studied here for many years. I like the town, but I'm not too fond of some of the residents. The racist ones, I hope? Most of us are respectable, but there are a few that I wonder about. Blorn and the town mayor, for example. Okay, alright. I didn't cotton to Blorn either, so I see. You and me, Zaxxam. We're peas in a pod, buddy. But yeah, this Blorn. Zaxxam. This could have been the start of a beautiful friendship. Do you have anything racist that you would like to say? I'm kind of tempted to rob you, pal. Teach you a lesson about who's really strong. And now I'm like, is Blorn just like the only not racist guy, except for Catherine? Blorn and Catherine are the only decent people in Vesper, so he narrows his eyes at me because he's like, oh, not a fucking human. 6 more, you people. You gonna comment on how I have the brow of a gargoyle? Say some racist shit to me? Yeah, I judged Blorn far too harshly. Any day now, they may try to use violence to take over the town. The mayor himself has asked that I fight if necessary. Though I have no fear of death, that is a battle I do not look forward to. Why? If you're not afraid of death and you hate the gargoyles, why wouldn't you look forward to the battle? I'm thinking too much about your interiority. It's a real one-way ratchet. If the mayor is already planning for the battle to the death against citizens of his town on racial lines, but also the town racists are like, we need to get this guy out of office. He's not dealing with the gargoyles harshly enough. They didn't know it. Yeah, I think that's it, Dedev. I think we frankly failed to show the virtue of compassion by judging Blorn so harshly and so quickly. Really a forward-thinking commentary on American politics, too. Just how we're seeing a microcosm of the Republican Party right here in Vesper. And no fear of death. It's a battle I do not look forward to. So you think they'll rob me? Is that because they've robbed other people? I've already heard that some of my fellow residents have had things stolen by those wretched creatures. Oh, you've heard. Yeah. It happened to a friend of mine. Everybody knows. So, I hear those gargoyles even want them to put litter boxes in classrooms for children who identify as cats. They do it at the school. They don't do it here in Vesper, but I heard they do it in other towns. My sister lives in a town where they did it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay, sure. I actually might know a little bit more about gargoyles than you, pal. Yeah, that's what's going on here. The humans in the town are planning for a battle to the death against their gargoyle compatriots. Because any day now, they're going to do it to you. No one ever justified any kind of horrible behavior with this kind of bullshit reasoning. Land in the northeast is a bit dry, but their oasis and nearby shores give us plenty of water for drinking and bathing. That's great. What do you think of the mayor? It's not that I don't trust him. I just wonder about his ability to run the town. His name is Austin. Talk to him, see for thyself what thou thinkst. Better yet, talk to his clerk, Liana. Yeah, I just can't wait. I can't wait to meet the press secretary for the racist mayor, who's not racist enough for the racist villagers. Yeah, I think I'll let my wisdom and virtue be my guide, thanks. But that's just why I'm a better person than you. Hey, Blorn. You want to tell me your job yet? I like you more now. Alright. What? Can we guess? Are you a miner, Blorn? You work in the mines? Alright. And yet, he's dining with this broad-shouldered, solemn man with a good hat, solid mustache. He's probably going to want to give us a speech. What's your name, sir? I'm Gador. Hold on a second, Gador. Do you know that your wife thinks you're here with Mara? And that you could just really improve your marriage if you just went home and said, me and Blorn just threw a few back. My name is... Call me my lord. Say it. No, I'm James. I said James, not my lord. What do you do? I oversee the local branch of the Britannia Mining Company in Vesper. We mine many different minerals. Good for you. So yeah, you're here, living in Vesper. How do you like it? It's the name of our town. I know that. Liana Town Hall can give thee any more information thou mightst need. But I've lived here with my family since the branch opened. I've heard about this Liana. She's better than the mayor. She keeps the records at Town Hall. Good for her. Who's this we? I work with Mara and a gargoyle named Laplem. Alright. This is your chance, Kador, to get me on board with any adultery you might be committing by just being, a nicer person than your wife. I've met Laplem. He's a lovely dude. He thinks Laplem is one of the good ones. I guess that's something. He works much harder than that other one who left, and Manavus. But I would fain let him go if we did not need the extra hand. I hate all you people. And your stupid town. Is Mara as racist as you? Is that why you're cheating on your wife with her? Your wife's a little bit more racist than you? You need someone who's just extremely racist and not super extremely racist? I hate all these people. You know what? If he said well spoken for his kind, that would still be a huge step up from 200 years ago when even the gargoyles were just like, nah, wingless gargoyles can't talk. Because what? Like, I guess they beat them violently if they talk or something? Oh, man. Oh, man. It's going to take a lot, like, we need multiple truth and reconciliation commissions in Britannia now. Better than most men I have mined with. How does your family feel about this? Yes, my wife Ivella, my daughter Catherine. What kind of minerals do you mine? Gold and lead. The lead poisoning is perhaps a factor we need to consider here. Tell me about the Fellowship. Oh, the Triad of Inner Strength. What's that? Okay, so if we could drill down on this for a second. If we're striving for unity and we're supposed to trust our brother, what would that tell us about how we should feel about Lapland, for example? Just to throw a random example. All right. The pleasure's all yours, buddy. A well-muscled woman lifts her head in acknowledgement of your presence. All right. I don't feel bad for her because she's a bad person. But Ivella is sitting at home jealous. Her husband's not even sitting at the same table as Mara. Assuming this is Mara. Are you Mara? Ooh, yeah, great. Nice to meet you, Mara. So far, at least. Ela, rub my hand. What is thine? Well, I mean, I have been called the Avatar of all virtue. But you can just call me James. It's good to meet thee. Thus far. What do you do? You're a miner. Awesome. Oh, hey, how progressive. The game doesn't give me a dialogue option to express incredulity that a woman could be a miner. The Avatar's ahead of the times. Do you like it here in this horrible town? Used to be a pleasant town. Till the Gargoyles became so unruly. Why are you looking around? Who in this town is going to judge you for being racist? I think it's impressive they haven't killed you yet. And I wouldn't blame them. Alright, so. Carry on. You know what I actually has become stuck in my head since I arrived at this tavern? Your Racist Friend by They Might Be Giants. Except the party can't end. We have to talk to the NPCs. I mean, maybe it would be a better place in the sense that you people, would not be constantly just... So who's this us? Yeah. Pretty much everyone except the daughter of Cador. Oh, maybe Leanna's good. Alright. So. You and Cador. Oh yeah, but not today, because he's chilling with Blorn. You know he has a wife. Yeah. She's not sweating it. Yongyi's the barkeeper. He serves a passing fair tankard of ale. Okay. What do you think of the mayor? Austin, I like him. But I suspect that Liana is the one who truly keeps Vesper in order. That's what they say. What do you think of Liana? I've only seen her a few times. Don't know well enough to say this, but I think she was angry about something. She was always in a bad mood. Well, I mean, I've been angry ever since I showed up here. I'm in a bad mood. Maybe me and Liana will get along. Or maybe Liana is angry because of the gargoyles. Shakes her hand, slaps me on the back, saying, "Fare thee well, friend." Ho, 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 hold on. I'm not your friend, pal. Let's not get too, Oh, man. And she's the kind who yells for service instead of trying to make eye contact with the barkeeper as he walks by. Jovial looking man. This guy looks, jovial is part of it. He also kind of looks like a giant baby. What's your name, sir? Yongi. I had a feeling you might have a silly name like Yongi. And I'm James, the Avatar. Welcome to my tavern, James. I know this sounds silly, but what do? He tends bar. He lends his ear to the customers, he adds, touching his right ear for emphasis. Are ye somewhat deaf in your left ear? That would be Scoth. Deep cut reference there, folks, to the Canterbury Tales. The wife of Bath, described as some deal deaf, and that was Scoth, which is Middle English for a pity. Well, all I really know in Vesper are me regulars, Gador, Mara, and Blorn. You might be wanting to talk to Austin the mayor, or his clerk Liana. Ah, there's a fine young lass, he winks at you. Okay. I like you, Yongi. And yet, let's continue this conversation. How do you like it here in Vesper? Any problems with the locals? Why? I would not want to live any place else. Of course. This town would be a better place if we could rid ourselves of those jackals, the gargoyles. Just get it out. Gargoyles, what about them? The vilest, evilest, cruelest, most despicable things ever to curl upon this great land. I cannot tell you too well to stay away from them. I can only imagine what a fine town this would be if there weren't no more gargoyles. Of course, I know those dogs are probably saying the same about us. Well, that makes it okay, as long as you tell yourself that. Everybody knows they're going to come and kill us all in our sleeps one evening. Why, only the other day, one attacked Blorn. Go on, ask him about it. I was holding on to the hope that Blorn was a good guy under his surly exterior. But now you're forcing me to peel back the... Alright. What do you think of Cador? He's a good man, he's a hard worker. What do you think of Mara? She works with Cador. The mines. Hard as stone, that one. She'd be more man than most of the men in town. Or... what if she's actually a woman? She's a strong woman and she's good at being a miner. I don't know. And, alright, what about Blorn? Now he knows what's what. He knows what's wrong with this town. Gargoyles, that's what's wrong. He hates them, he does. Alright, Blorn, you're back on the shit list. Gonna do... May the road rise up to meet you. Yeah, I hope it rises up to meet you and everybody here. Right on the chin, pal. Hey, Blorn. You can sigh all you want. I'll bother you when I want. Tell me about the gargoyles, Blorn. A growl escapes his throat. What about the bloody gargoyles? Don't tell me thou art a gargoyle lover. And there it is. I hate these people all so much. And yet it still wouldn't be the Avatar thing to do to butcher everybody in the town. Oh, this one kid. Oh, man. We gotta... I mean, you know what happens with Catherine. She goes to university on Verity Isle. And she never comes back. And her parents sit around and they're like, that woke university turned our daughter against us. What if I am? Thanks, pal. I needed a shine. Alright. It's tempting. There's a part of me who wants to throw down a save and just kill everyone in this entire horrible town. But I'm the Avatar. Virtue of sacrifice. I will give up the satisfaction I would get from killing all these people. Yeah, seriously. Hey, Catherine, want to join the party? Never hit a man when thou... Very neat, well-groomed, kindly man stands before you. Oh, we could razz young Spark about Catherine all day long. He'd be beat red for the whole rest of the journey. Slater, in that case, like, yeah. It would be the powder keg's fault. Can't blame me. Nobody even saw who lit it. Could have been Blorn for all we know. Alright, so you're kindly. You're certainly well groomed. Like, there's a lot of wax in that stash. What's your name? Ah, excellent. They're not afraid to ask questions. Remember, there are no stupid questions, only dumb ones. My name is Eldroth, my lord. The advisor and provisioner. I should have known. You're coming out of the famous Eldroth's provisioner shop. And what do you do? Are you the town advisor and a provisioner? I, my friend, am the provisioner. And, if I may be immodest, also a counselor for Vesper. Perhaps I can someday give thee advice, my lord. For remember, that which does not kill us makes us wounded. There's wisdom in... There's some truth in what you say. He's not wrong. Alright, here's your chance, buddy. Prove to me that you're wise and kindly by telling me what the real problem is here in Vesper. Yes, my lord. This town is full of wonderful people to whom I have given advice. You don't say. So what's so wonderful about these people? About whom do thou wish to know? Austin? The Gargoyles? Liana? Kedor? Perhaps Yongi? Let's just jump in with both feet. Tell me about the Gargoyles. I fear they will stage an uprising. I know Austin holds the same thoughts. But very recently he approached me and asked my guidance to prepare for just such an incident. I will warn thee just as I warned him. Always remember, my lord, the best defense is a good defense. I don't know, though. What about a great defense? You're less... Honestly, because you didn't tell me the reasons that you suspect the uprising, you're actually so far much better than the other people here. I have not met the mayor. I did realize that. How about Liana? Very fine young woman. She clerks at the town hall. How about Yongi? He's the bartender. At the glided gizzard. What? The lilded lizard. No, it's the gilded lizard. Yes, that's it. And how about Keto? He oversees the mines. He and his wife, Ivella, have a lovely daughter named Catherine. What kind of advice do you give people? Early to bed, early to rise. Makes Jack a dull boy. They're taking that advice, I would assume. Everyone in Britannia takes this don't rise too early advice. Okay. You seem less racist than the others. The grass is always greener when it rains. There's an episode of Frasier where it's raining. We've made our way to the other side of the oasis, I guess. Good job killing the snakes, team. But we really got to find an inn. And probably there's not going to be an inn in the Gargoyle part of town. So let's make a mental note. The oasis is just slightly to the west. We're in Vesper. Thank you. No, this is the mining company, of course. Okay, was it down here somewhere? Is it this? Could it be Town Hall? Well, we'll definitely go there tomorrow. Tamara. Here's the docks. We'll be able to get out of here eventually. Leave this horrible place behind. The trainer. Does town not have an inn? Well, who would want to stay here? Okay, fine. Let's see if we can sleep in the desert. If I can just find my bedroll. Is this it? Scroll. Is this it? Rudium's wand. Torch. I guess lighting the torch could help us search for the bedroll. It's the wand. Ah, the bedroll. I know Richard Garriott decided that the most was the only way to go. So he probably wouldn't want to hear that this would work. If I could just type the word bedroll and have it pop out of my pack, it would be better. Nothing. Jana. Take care. Wait, she has the ability to heal us. Just give me a solid 9 hours of desert sleep. In the...
Yes, my friend, rest and heal, so that you are strong and able to face the perils before you. Pleasant dreams.
I'd have better dreams if you didn't say that to me every time, Mr. Guardian. It's unsettling. When do we eat? It's breakfast. Let's break our fast, gang. See if everyone's still too good for bread. Still hungry. I'll have 2 bread then. Okay, that's good. Here's some bread. Good work. Hey, Spark. Bread for Saramed. Bread for Spark. We finally found a trainer who trained strength, and we're not going to train with him because he's a racist. Virtue of sacrifice. Okay. It's a new day. Yes, it is. Yeah, I also feel terrible. Hey, Catherine. Oh, never mind. I thought maybe I'd have dialogue options to interrogate you about your relationships with the Gargoyles. But I'm just going to go talk to them in a minute. We'll have a much better day. Day 2 in Vesper. Much more enjoyable. You must be Liana? See a short woman with a distracted look on her face. What's your name? Breaking from her work, the woman turns to look at you long enough to respond. My name is Liana. What do you do, by any chance? Are you the mayor's advisor? I'm the mayor's clerk. I'm responsible for keeping track of official records and documents in Vesper. So, what do you think of the town Vesper? I like the town, but 'tis so far from Britain that it attracts some truly unusual people. What kind of people do you mean? Well, there are Kedor, Ivella, and Zaxxum. Those are the normal ones. This is going south fast. Why is Kedor normal? He's the head of the Britannia Mining Company. And Ivella? She's his wife. And Zaxxum? He's the trainer. Quite a good fighter from what I hear. Oh yeah? Maybe I'll fight him to the death. We'll find out. What's unusual? Who's unusual here? A couple of strange ones. Mara and Yongi, and then there's Blorn. He's a mean one, and well, of course there's Eldroth, and, she says with a shudder, the Gargoyles. Alright, great. I hate it here. This is terrible. The Avatar has more forbearance than me. Teleport me to, Alabama in 1962. I'll be at the bottom of a swamp in, a half hour. I don't know if there's swamps in Alabama. Oh, well, Alabama's right next. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Okay. Alright, just let it out. No. I have sometimes politely accepted pamphlets from weirdos on the street and then circumspectly disposed of them afterwards. I wouldn't even go that far if it was some, I don't know, like a Proud Boy, some racist organization. Be like, no thanks, pal. Okay, what do you think of the mayor? You respect him in an unofficial capacity, but as a mayor, he is far too spineless. He's afraid of taking sides on any issue. I do not think he should have volunteered for the election. And Mara? Okay, cool. So you're sexist. Great. He's not just a drunk. He's a racist too. Oh wow, yeah. That was a notable thing about Yongi. And not you and every other shitty person in this shithole town. Yeah, I think you gotta have a thick skin about pamphlet rejection to be in the pamphleteering game. Even if you're a member of one of the least thick-skinned factions of people in the world. Hates them almost as much as Blorn, eh? Well, we agree that Blorn's a piece of shit. Yeah, honestly, he seems much nicer than all the rest of you. Because I'm willing to bet the only reason he thinks there's going to be a gargoyle uprising is if somebody else told him that. And then it occurred to him later like it was his own idea. Well, I hate you. It was terrible to meet you, Leanna. I'm going to regret this, but nice beard, sir. Are you the mayor? Mayor Austin. All right, Austin, this is your chance. Reveal that the reason that you're too wishy-washy is because you know that racism is wrong. He sighs before responding. I'm the mayor of Vesper. I would be sighing heavily too if I was the mayor of these people. Tell me about the town. It shouldn't be so easy to make things funny by just changing letters. But it is, and it works. Like, see anybody make any kind of error and then just reproduce it in your reply to them, and it's funny. It works every time. It was a pleasant place in days past. Going down a dark path here, Mr. Austin. Okay, wait. Have we found him? Have we found the one decent adult human in Vesper? Does he recognize what the... Come on, man. Come on. I believe in you. I want to believe in you. Okay. This... We could be clearer here about responsibility, but he's still just talking about the unrest. In fact, the only person he's said has made things worse so far is Blorn. Points to his chest. I am the one charged with maintaining order here. If there's not any, it will be my responsibility. I've asked Eldroth what to do in case of an uprising, and I am trying to plan accordingly. Okay. Moment of truth. What's your take on the gargoyle situation? Well, that's definitely true. And hey, all right. In fact, you know what? This sounds more like what he feels like he has to say because of... Okay. I want Austin to be good. Why? Why would anybody want to control this town? Okay. Tell me about the people. Try to stay in touch with as many of the citizens as I can. Don't know all of them that well. Well, geez, how could you? There's like 10 of them. Yep. Oh, you scored points with me now. We all agree on one thing. Blorn sucks. You wouldn't want to know these people any better. So, okay. We're going to build to the climax. Tell me about Eldroth. He's a counselor. He's given advice longer than you can remember. He owns the provision shop. All true statements. The trainer? Zaxxum. You're the mayor. They're all citizens. Damn it, Austin. Fine. Tell me about Yongi. Best bartender on this side of the desert. Alright. I'm gonna let it slide. Liana? Yeah, that's what everybody says, pal. So it's not lost on your voters. Okay. So, Blorn was not attacked by the Gargoyles, right? Or if he was, it was in like self-defense or something. Blorn is probably stealing from people. Blorn is the problem here. I bet. He's the instigator. Not that we can let any of them off the hook for their crummy feelings. Okay. It was okay, I guess, talking to you. Alright, so that's where Laplem lives, obviously. We saw him coming home from work.
Go inside. Tell them you are the Avatar.
Yeah, Guardian. That's what I do every time I see a building. Smile of recognition. To present greetings, Avatar. Hey, it's you! Ansicart. Alright, hold on. Two things to do here. First, add Ansicart here. Second, go back to my Ultima 6 sheet. See if we, have we met Ansicart? Nope. Oh, wait, whoops. I'm using the wrong search tool. Nope. Well, it's nice to meet you, Ansicart. What does your name mean? To mean anti-dry master. Oh, I get it. Because he's Ten's bar. What do you do? Serves food and drink. But I will record his job as anti-dry master. Okay, so who do you serve to usually? To know all the gargoyles in Vesper. Do you want to know about specific ones? Yes. Do you want information perhaps about the provisioner or the sage? Yeah, who's the sage? To be named Wisser. Wisser the sage. Awesome. To have once been a great mind, to now be paranoid and reclusive, to feel pity for Wisser. That's sad. Who's the provisioner? To be Orville. To have become sullen lately, but to know not why. Well, is it because he lives in Vesper? The worst place that anyone has ever been to? To be a town full of hate. To the humans hate us, and to know many hate them, especially An Manifas and Forinamo. To be not a good thing. He appears saddened. Wouldn't you know? the gargoyle is a better person than all of the humans. So, and Manivas, what's his problem? He worked with Laplam in the mines, but he's left just recently. He hates the humans. They live on the other side of the oasis. To be too violent. To be no longer permitted on the other side. What about Laplam? He seemed like a really surprisingly happy guy, given where he lives. Yeah. He's tolerant like Forlam. Well, who's this Forlam? To be a laborer for the town. And they're tolerant, you say? Yeah. Blessed are the meek. We have a saying where I come from. They shall inherit the earth. The paradox of tolerance. How about this Foranamo? He's the brother, raised by the same parent. Yeah, okay. Hates humans as much as his brother. And he can't go on the human side either. I guess it's good that the humans haven't progressed to just not allowing any gargoyles to cross the oasis, but I am going to see what I can do. Excuse me. He stares at me, displeased at the interruption. And that's a burning stare indeed. What's your name? To have no desire to tell you, to demand to know who you are. I'm the Avatar. He gets angry. He overturns his drink. Humans. Pointing at us, to be the cause of our unhappiness. This is not a reaction specifically to my identity as the Avatar. The gargoyle by his side also rises. I guess that's this one? To be the reason for our poverty. To die, humans, to die. The two gargoyles force the table from their path with ease as they charge to attack you. Well, I don't feel great about that. To ask how to help you. I mean, if you're cool with it, I guess that's okay. Well, let's loot the corpses now they're broke. Jeez. Let's clean up the tavern. Blocked. Can't stack the corpses. Anyway, sorry about that. Nope, he doesn't mind. Yeah, well, I mean, step one to bringing peace, I guess. Kill the troublemakers. What's your name, sir? To be called Orvidlin. To recognize you to be the Avatar. So you're the Provisioner. Are you the Provisioner? Yes. So, what others are you providing provisions for? There's only a few gargoyles in town. To know mainly Whisser and Ansakart, and to know some of the wingless ones. Oh yeah, Ansakart. The anti-dry master. He's a good guy. He's very tolerant. He praises other people's tolerance, but he'll put up with a lot in his bar. So yeah, how do you find it here in this awful place? Yeah, they do. They're not shy telling us. They don't. But while I'm here, yeah, what? Oh, provisions, right? Well, I think we're okay. I bid you goodbye as well. A very large, strong, wingless gargoyle. What's your name, sir? Forlem. What does that mean? Means strong one. What do you do? Does odd jobs. And he records gargoyle legends in written form. Who do you do these odd jobs for? He's friends with Laplem. Know he's a good miner. I thought you were his brother. Also to know Ansicart, who reminds us of singularity in these troubled times. Why are the times troubled? I mean, yeah. To be angry with the humans, to be treated poorly with contempt, to not know why. Well, this Blorn guy, I've got a suspicion. Many interesting stories of our race, to be writing them down for future generations. What kind of stories? Oh, wow. From the old days. Cool. Yeah. We gotta teach the seeds. Well, it was a pleasure to meet you, Forlam. Nope. Nobody home here. Better shut the doors so the place doesn't get all full of sand. What's this? The Whisters. Well, anyway. It's Whistler's place. And he's asleep. A gargoyle noble. Alright, well. Oh, hey. There's a clock. What time is it? 8:36. Hey, that's a precise... Makes sense. Oh, cool. When you read this sundial, you get a general... Oh, those prequels. Like, I think the astonishing derivativeness of The Force Awakens makes a case in favor of oh, hey, Arvidlam. Sorry. Yeah, I bid you goodbye as well. Makes a case for the prequels at least trying to do something different. But boy, it's one of those things I don't understand. George Lucas, you surely don't believe that writing dialogue is your strength. Why didn't you just write down your idea for the story and then hire someone to write it? Are we up yet? We're up. Gets up probably right at the crack of 9. He's got a wild look. Oh, yeah, he does. Like, wild, like, just really cool, actually. To wonder why you want to know. To go away, human. To have nothing you want, screams Whistler. Now hold on, Whistler. You're supposed to be the sage. What do? You sell the few items you possess. What are you selling? Do you want to buy something? He looks at you carefully as if he's unsure whether to sell to you. Should it be possible? He says, nodding. To ask what you need. Do you have garlic? Of course you don't. I guess I probably could use spider silk. Do you want 20 gold? Have another offer? My offer is 5. Sell spider silk for 13 gold. To agree to the cost? Sure. Do you want how many? Just 1. To be agreed. Do you want something else? Yes. Oh, but not any of this. To be good. To want to sell nothing to you. Oh, don't be a jerk. Can you teach me a spell? First, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth? I don't know, man. Let's go look at the... I'm going to take a look in the spell book here. The Grimoire. What's a spell I don't have that I would like? Fast Flam would be good. But also the Unlock spell would be good. Where's that? Export. Boom. There we are. 4th circle. Let's try 4th circle. Nope. No luck. Lightning sounds cool, though. Is it exactly what it sounds like? Yeah, seriously. Do you have a spell that causes the scales to fall from people's eyes so they can see the wickedness of their ways? Okay. Lightning sounds cool. 90 gold. Is this agreeable? Yeah, sure. To agree! To be interested in another spell? Yes. Well, I don't know. What do you got? 5th circle. Mass sleep. Explosion. Explosion does not sound like a spell that you can use effectively in combat in this game. I don't see how you don't just blow up your whole team, no matter where you aim it. To be fine. Okay. What else can you do? What can you do in the 6th circle? Firing, clone, flame strike, tremor. Nah. What about the Okay, hold on. Let me go back and look again. So he has reveal. Makes visible all things that were invisible. That sounds like it could be handy at some point. Or maybe it won't be. One of the two, for sure. I'm almost positive it's either going to turn to be useful or not. 90 gold. Sure. Great. Cool. We learned 2 spells. To be good that you leave. Dude, you just made 193 gold. For just like your own old junk. Alright, sorry. Didn't mean to bother you. I bid you goodbye as well. I think Have I met everyone? No, Forinamo. Oh, wait. I've killed Forinamo, haven't I? In self-defense. Okay. This place is awful. But you know what? Before Catherine comes to visit, we don't want her stumbling across the corpses of her friends. It's only 9:36 now. We got a ways to wait until Catherine shows up. A whiles to wait. Hey, pal. Oh, hey, it's for them. Of course it is. I tell you goodbye as well. And we're back in the human side of town that we hate spending time in. Not because of any particular prejudice against them. Oh, he's mopped up the blood at least. Yeah. It's nothing personal. You're just terrible people. We hate you. Can't read that document. It's in the gargoyle language. I can speak it fluently, but I can't read the script. Okay, let's throw down a save. And then, I'm going to take a brief intermission, folks. Hang tight. I'm going to run to the washroom, say hi to Danielle, all those kinds of things. I'll be right back with you. And we're back. Okay. When do we eat? Just constantly. All the time. Okay, who's hungry? Spark's fine. Thank you, Thedev. I am hungry. Give me some bread, kid. Tasty bread. Alright, who else is hungry? Yellow, you hungry? He's fine. 26 training points. Is that what I just saw? No, I don't think it was. Jana's hungry. Have some bread. Go back and double check. Training points situation with Yellow. 6. I was getting one of the 2s from the experience, I guess. 6 is still a bunch. But we're not spending them here. You hungry, Jana? Did I already check you? Yes, I did. Okay. Great. Because if we can avoid buying bread in this terrible town... Actually, wait. We can buy food, can't we? From and we should. We ought to spend a little bit of money at Ensikart's place. Even just to say, hey, sorry about killing two of your pals. Mutton rations. 14 gold for 10 pieces. Yeah, that works. 28, I think this means? No, I think we're quite loaded down with mutton now. Well, I brought a whole lot of peace to two of your people. Yep. We just got loads of mutton. Salad's got nothing on this mutton. Although my own personal feelings is that mutton has nothing on salad. Because I don't eat meat. I'm a vegetarian. So I do eat salad. From time to time. Okay. I do want to see if we can learn anything from Catherine. So how's the passage of time? Wait. There we go. Problem solved. So I see you're hanging out here with a gargoyle? I'm sorry, my Lord Avatar. My mother told me never to speak with strangers. She quickly turns away. Hey, Forlam. Look of concern quickly appears on his face. To talk about the human girl, Catherine? To mean no harm for her. He holds out his hands. To read gargoyle mythology to her during the day only. To have been asked by her, his eyes widen. To ask you not to tell her parents, for they will punish her. He looks helpful. To tell not. Agreed? Agreed. To be making the right decision. To thank you, human. He smiles. Tell you goodbye, human. Alright, Catherine. Have we got some trust here? Okay. It's all good, Catherine. Now, it might be that there's something... I don't know. Can I do something here? I don't know that I can. I guess I could add one more thing to my active quest list. Solve racism. What? How many times do I have to tell you people it's smelling the food? Look at her. Let's not waste another second of our lives in this shitty, horrible place. We board the ship. Is it as simple as I assume it might be? It would seem the nearby island is not at all stable. What does that mean, Yellow? And, okay, they did find a way to make sailing a ship horrible. The ship's old. Oh, I'm blocked. There we go. I've got an anchor. Torches and bottles and potions. Light sources. And a shit ton of free food. Hell yeah, baby. Okay. I need more barrels. But, for now, Did Elo put all the mutton in a bag? Elo, you lying son of a bitch. You told me you were going to hold some mutton. Oh, I'll hold on to this one. Put it in the bag, Elo. Spark, where are you? Nobody knows. No. Very clever, Elo. Alright. Food bag. For one thing, a food bag is just obviously something we want. Ultima VII is the one where we've really finally nailed the nautical experience. So it's a sentimental favorite. I mean, honestly, here's one thing, though. Because, like, in the fullness of time, and quite possibly in 2023, in addition to, like, I'm going to go backwards in time, too. Like, Pool of Radiance might be the next game on the list. But at some point, we're going to get to the big RPGs of the mid to late 90s. Your D&D RPGs, like your Baldur's Gate. And from what I remember, they are not going to capture the everything you see on the table is a thing and you can take them all. And you know, like there's a degree to which Ultima 7 is just doing something that other games... for now, ELO can just hold the food bag. But eventually we could put some in the hold. Or take some from the hold if we need it. Okay. I better look at the map. So, oops. What? Gotta select the hand. Okay. So if I headed south from Vesper and immediately hit mountains, I don't know. But I guess if we go east, we would hit Dagger Isle in theory. I did notice the ship has no cannons. Oops. No, sorry. Sorry to make you all get up. Change seats? Change places. Screwed up the reference. Well, somebody lives here. This is astonishing. I had thought about, like, what's sailing a ship going to be like? Like, at this scale, how could it even work? I thought, will we double-click the sails, or will we do whatever? Like, I didn't know yet that it would be double-clicking the sails to activate being on the ship, but I thought, like, will it pull up a world map, or will ELO say, like, where shall we sail, Avatar? And then I could make a choice from a menu, and we'll just, like, fast travel? No. They didn't in any way sully their beautiful minds about thinking about how to do this properly at scale. Just glide on up. Parallel park. Hold on. My ship doesn't float away because I didn't do an anchor, right? That's just seasickness. This is Verity Isle, right? Right. A wall mount. A trainer. Well, we have a save. I'm curious, though. Has the ship already floated away? Nope. There's a trainer. There's a farm. Work, work, work. The man before you shyly looks away. What's your name, sir? Moors. I see you have a stutter. What's to stutter? He turns to leave. Fair enough. That was appallingly rude of me. What's your name, sir? I'm called Dolomac, my lord. What do you do? Great. Okay. Reason said I had found Moonglow. Based on how geography should work, I was not at all convinced that the geography would actually make sense. So. Setting up the sheet. Wrap. And I'm ready to take notes. Who's your brother? My brother is Cobalt. He can be a bit overbearing at times, trying to take care of me. Alright, there's a Cobalt. I didn't actually remember your name. I think it started with a T. I'll ask you again in a moment. So as not to be rude. But he means well, perhaps. I know I've caused him a bit of trouble every now and then, he says with a grin, but he deserves it. You like it here in Moonglow? Yes, my lord. It's the name of the town thou art in. Still have questions about the townspeople? Yeah, tell me about the townspeople. I only know a few people. My brother Cobalt runs the farm with me. Morris helps us too. We've known him for many years. Now that I've joined the fellowship, I've met a few more people. Rankin is branch head here in Moonglow, and Belena is his assistant. Okay, hold on. Excellent. This is all very helpful. Pal, dude, fella, you. You want to know other people? Ask the bartender. His name is Fiercy. And as a citizen of Moonglow, if he ever asked you, do you think my name is spelled in a stupid way? You would be obliged to say yes. Okay. Tell me about Moors. Is he sensitive about his stutter? We grew up together. He's very sensitive about his stutter, though, so I would not bring it up. But we can talk about it just between us, right? It's difficult to get him to talk about it. I think it was caused by an accident he had when he was a child. I barely remember the incident. My brother might remember more. This Belena. She's the branch clerk. Most of the time she's friendly. Sometimes, however, she seems a little cold. Okay. And Rankin. Rankin is very intelligent. He's the one who persuaded me to join the fellowship. I have much respect for him. And what have you learned from the fellowship? Your tenets are: we believe strongly in neorealism, which is a form of optimistic outlook which may be reached through the triad of inner strength. I don't think that's quite right. Hoping that soon I'll be able to hear the voice that comes with meeting one's higher potential. Is that the first time someone said? Because presumably, I'm immediately thinking, like, I hear a voice. Are we all hearing this voice? Is the Guardian speaking to us all? Okay. I'll ask him. You take care. Hey, you must be Cobalt? Sorry, it's Telemac. You and Cobalt twins? No, my lord. We're 3 distinct people. Oh. Yeah, I noticed that. Hey, what do you do, Cobalt? You work with Cobalt farming here. Oh, that's just... He's little Mac's older brother. I trust him. Ptolemac is my friend. I've known him for a long time. The telephone beckons. Hang tight, friends. I'll be right back. Okay, back at her. Are you thinking of joining the Fellowship? Well, this might sound hypocritical of me because I'm a Fellowship member in good standing, but I don't think you should join. I think they're all shitbags. You like it in Moonglow? It's a test of virtue. He was talking to one of the things he talked about in the interview was the spot in the dungeon in Ultima VI where the children attack you. He said that they were like that the people at EA were like, you can't leave that in the game, Richard. That can't go out in your game. And he left it in and just, I don't know, just dared them to take it out, I guess. And he was like, I loved it because you can, like, they're attacking you and they're all in a dungeon. You can easily explain it to yourself. It's easy to, these are zombie children. These are ghost children. These are devil children. These are, like, homunculus children. And that makes perfect sense. And then you can just kill them and it's not a problem. The game doesn't penalize you. But then he was like, or if you think they're children, you have a wide range of things you could do to not kill them. You could use the sleep spell on them. You could just run. You could block a door from the other side by dropping a barrel there. I was like, oh, yeah. Yeah, that's clever. I was just horrified and I killed the children and I thought, bullshit, doesn't count. And it did. Turns out they were vampire children, but I was happy to hear him comment on that. You take care. Cool. Yes. Yes. That is an unhappy look. Are you unhappy that you only have 2 strands of hair left? Is that what they call you, Cobalt? Sounds like cue ball. Man, the Avatar has become a dick since he arrived in this field. I'm making fun of Moore's stutter. I'm ridiculing... I don't even know if Cobalt is bald, or if it's just that he wears his hat weird. I am Cobalt of Moonglow. You like it here in Moonglow? Occupies the entire island now, including the Lyceum. Most of the residents still live south, though. We're due east of Britain proper. What do you mean, occupies the whole island now? I've been around a lot longer than you, Cobalt. And I always remember it being that way. At least since the days of the Gargoyle invasion. So, what do you do, Cobalt? He's a farmer, of course. You love your brother? Yeah. Yeah, what's the deal with the Fellowship? Yeah. Any ideas on how we could get Moors to reconsider? Or Ptolemaic? Why would you listen to me? Okay. So, what do you... Oh, I asked you what you do. So you're worried about Moors too? Yeah, it's a serious stutter. Do you know what happened with the story with that? Oh. You know, your brother, who was born and raised in the town of irony, of honesty, although this is ironic, told me he didn't remember or didn't know. Oh, okay, you know about this. Maybe it's true. Heavy stuff. So yeah, this Fellowship, what's their deal? Yep. Like, I'm not even sure if, like, trusting thy brother doesn't, fit with the virtues. The worthiness precedes reward idea. Bit prosperity gospel-esque. Yeah. So who else lives here? What are they like? Zelda? The clerk in the Lyceum? You tell me about Moonglow's residence? Or the bartender, though I do not know his name. The observatory head at the Lyceum and the Lyceum head are twins, but he hasn't met either of them. You don't want to talk to Rankin or Blaine at the Fellowship. They're ill news to our once pleasant city. Amen, cool. Okay, well, can we get new dialogue options? Let's try. Maybe not, though. Alright. We couldn't do anything to get the residents of Vesper to be less racist, but we're getting the honest folk of Moonglow to see the truth of the Fellowship very easily. You take care, Morse. Hey, Ptolemaic. You want to maybe quit the Fellowship? Just thought? Now, the hell have they done for you? Nothing. Be careful. Oh, they're all cutting themselves. You've been farmers your whole lives. You don't know how to swing a scythe? Danger. Who wants it? Come on. I don't know. Oh, there's some world building. We know it's hot today. That's not world building. Scene setting. Okay. Well, we're not going to rob the honest people of Moonglow. I can never remember what the half candelabra looking one is. Maybe this is the day that I finally push it all the way into the recall memory section of my brain. It's an F. The friendly... The friendly... Nah. A friendly knave. I guess that's a tavern? Or maybe just like a friendly knave lives here. No, it's a tavern. See a handsome, hardened, muscular man who surprisingly bears a friendly smile on his face. Why is that a surprise? A handsome, muscular dude can't be friendly? I like to think if I became muscular, I'd stay friendly. I mean, I've been muscular a few times in my life. I was hopefully still friendly. I guess I've never been hardened. You're called Adam. That's a real George R.R. Martin style name. What do you do? Travels the world for... Okay, you're an artifact collector. Cool. You like it here in Moonglow? Business good? Oh, you live in U with Penny, the trainer. I met your wife. Nice lady. You've met two people other than Nelson. How's Penny? She just close quarter combat. Everything he needs to know to survive on his journeys he learned from his own wife. Well, that's very sweet. You like the traveling life? That's good. Haha. Yeah, geez, tell me about it. You've spent some time in Vesper, I see. Yeah, kidding on the square, eh? So, found any cool items? Many. Many of the things that I was seen in the music hall in the Lyceum have been brought to them by me. In fact, my lord, I have this unique crystal I found on the mainland near Jalome that I'm hoping will fetch a fair price from Nelson. He pulls out a small, clear crystal and shows it to you. The facets gleam in the light. Cool. So Nelson, obviously, is in charge of the Lyceum. He's got a twin brother right here. Loves trinkets. Loves rarities. And you know the bartender and the healer. Well, who's the bartender? Is his name Absurd? Fiarcy is quite friendly, but he does love to gossip. He's a bartender, man. Obviously. Just say he's very friendly and he loves to gossip. He's offered me a deal whereby I might earn free meals if I can discover why Nelson's assistant reacts differently to some man. Or something like that. I'm not going to bother, but pray, do not tell Fiarcy that. Weird, but okay. Who's the healer? Elad. He's very generous. In fact, he's letting me sleep in one of his spare beds while I'm in town. Oh yeah? Too good to sleep in the dirt like the Avatar? His only charge is the stories I tell him from my adventures. Not a bad trade, if I say so myself. Yeah, well, I don't care about your stories, apparently. Take care. Hope you like Stones by Elo Fitzowen. Okay. I'm starting to think it was never going to stop. Can I really see this friendly man, though? I guess maybe there's a mirror I can't see. Is your name... Stupid? Yeah, it is. It's great to meet you, Fiarcy. You're the bartender, you say. So, you like it in Moonglow? That wants to know about someone in the town? You've asked the right person. He knows everybody. He's happy to tell me about anyone who lives here. Jeez. Tell me of the shopkeepers. She's a tailor. Lovely woman, that Carolyn. She minds the bar when I go to the fellowship meetings at night. Oh, you're one of those. But I would rather discuss Zelda. Okay. So there's a Carolyn. And there's Zelda. And Carolyn sells... I missed what she sells. We'll find out later. Alright, well... Tell me of the scholars. The learned scholars, I can tell thee about Brion, Nelson, Zelda, and Jillian. So you've got a lot of dialogue, is what you're saying. Who's this Brion? Ah, let us wonder too. All I know is that every time someone mentions Brion's name to Zelda, her serious expression changes to a smile. I have a deal for thee. Find out what the story is, and I will give thee and thy friends a free meal and drink. Okay. Find out why Zelda likes Brion, and I'll give you a free meal. It's weird, man, but okay. Find Brion at the observatory and Zelda at the Lyceum. Noted. Okay. Tell me about Nelson. He's Brion's twin brother. I had a feeling. Oh, that's it. Alright. And Jillian? Wonderful scholar. Very nice woman. Married to Ephraim. There's an Ephraim. Tell me about Ephraim. Friendly fellow. I like him. This guy is loaded with gossip. I've already met the farmers. Okay. The trainer? Chad is a friendly fellow. I like him. This is actually a pretty good gag. To be like, the setups that the bartender's a huge gossip, and he can't wait to talk about everyone in town. And he's just like, nice guy. Friendly fellow, I like him. His name is Elad. Okay, so Elad is the... the trainer. Great. And there's a mage. Mariah! Yep. That was Ephraim with an A. And this is Ephraim. We'll see. I will. That was one of the ones, like, there were some portraits that really matched the characters in Ultima VI, but I don't think any matched the character as well as the minor shopkeeper, Ephraim, who looked exactly like an Ephraim. Like, a guy who... Like, what else could he have been named? I don't know. I'm not going to be able to find it now. Or maybe I can. Hold on. Okay. History of aluminum cans. Excuse me for a minute. No. This page is not detailed enough. Found it. The inventor of the pop tab for the aluminum soda can, Ermal Fraze of the Dayton Reliable Machine Co. or some company or something like that. One of those Midwest, like pure Midwesterner names, Ephraim and Ermal. This is good. This is hats off Richard Garriott and co. Warren Spector, I assume, was involved in this still. But I'm not sure about that. The one in charge or his clerk? Who's in charge? Rankin's in charge. How about the clerk? Great. Okay. Are you in the Fellowship? Oh, it refers to this. It's not heard of the Fellowship. Strongly recommends I talk to him. He's done many things for the town. He's a firm believer in neorealism. Is it? Hold on. Gotta go back to the Book of the Fellowship here. That's what the manual is called. Yeah. I don't know how they got neorealism out of sanguine cognition. Don't worry too much about the details. I haven't eaten yet. Because once you dangled the possibility of a free meal in front of me, I was never going to pay you. And also, Lord British left lots of apparently really well-cured ham in the hold, the ship. Ooh. So this is either the Lyceum or the observatory, I'd assume. Excuse me, pal. Scholarly-looking man with a friendly expression. What's your name, sir? He's Brion. I've heard you're a nice guy. What do? Head of the observatory. You and I got a chat, pal. Of various things, including Zelda. But hold on. Actually, I'll just write down that he's the head astronomer. Writing, I would have to widen the job column to call him head of the observatory. You've got a telescope. That's cool. Can I see it? It's upstairs. I can use it as often as I wish. Fuck yeah. And you've got an orrery. That's cool. You like it here in Moonglow? They're good, honest folk, aren't they? Let's delay gratification. I know what an what an orrery is, sir. I have 2 master's degrees. From a university you wouldn't have heard of. It's not in this dimension. I'm not a crank. Yeah, I've heard. Okay. I gotta know. What's this event? The astronomical alignment. Yikes. Soon the astronomical alignment will occur. All the planets and moons will line up perfectly. A super eclipse. Which only happens once every 800 years. Oh yeah. By any chance, when it happens, does a gateway to another dimension open? Allowing whatever may be out there to get in? Tell me about the people. I haven't, no. And I haven't met Penumbra. I mean, recently. I have met Penumbra. She's a weird one. Keeps a lot of poison fields in her home, as I recall. So, he doesn't want to talk to me about Zelda. So if we're going to solve this mystery, we got to talk to Zelda. So you got a twin brother. Seems like a scholar and an astronomer could share information about their work. Give you something to talk about. I mean, to me, the both of you probably look like every other scholar I've ever seen. Oh, get out of here. Who's this Elad? He wants to leave Moonglow. He likes the island, but he's filled with wanderlust. He should try harder to get off this island then. She's from Earth, apparently. Or maybe it's, yeah, I'm Penumbra the Fourth. Oh, here's the story. She put herself into cryogenic stasis. Weird. Is she awake now? Oh, he wants to show me trinkets. Here's my... Show me your moon. Cool. It's a model of the moon. It's made of green cheese. Very funny, man. Solid gold sextant. That's pretty sweet. And you like flying kites? Cool. You like crystals? Yes. This sounds useful. The Magic Orrery Viewer. Oh, is there a problem? Yep. Great. Okay. Let's do this let's do the sub quest here immediately. Oh. Immediately after lunch. Gremlins! Who wants pastry? It's only slightly soaked in gremlin blood. Are you hungry, Jana? You are. Good news. There. That was good. It's tasty. Oh, some ribs. How you doing? Hello? You hungry? Well, I'm not sure whose ribs these are. Good enough for Hilo. Sometimes he's too good for bread, but he'll eat the ribs off the ground. Okay. Hilo, get the food bag. Wait. Can we put the food bag... We can put it in his hand. Only in his hand. Alright, fine. And it can never go back? Okay. Put the empty bag on the ground. Does that create room for the... Yes, it does. Can you have the empty bag back? No. Of course not. That would be silly. Oh, you're right. It's almost time, sweetheart. Yeah, just about. It's almost time to feed the cats. It's almost time to feed myself. And then, right now, I could keep going for a while. If you knew the other shoe was going to drop. What? Here, Jana, do you like bags? Great. if I didn't have to write this recommendation letter for a young woman who absolutely deserves whatever scholarships and or university admittances she can receive. Can we get that crystal from you? Yeah. 20 gold? Yeah, you got a deal. Well, the very definition of a fetch quest, but fine, whatever. I like that it plays on my getting to know the people. Gotta say once again, kudos for the gag of having the bartender be the loves to gossip and talk about people. And then all he's got to say about anybody is, yeah, nice guy. I like him. Hey, sweetheart. Okay. Yes, very, very soon. Hey, the telescope. Okay. This is actually pretty cool. Hey, there's the sundial. The town sundial. Or the Lyceum sundial, at least. Okay. Enough of this for now. I understand where you're coming from, sweetheart. Aha! Here's Brienne. Alright. Salutations. You want... I have crystal. Takes the crystal. Attaches it to the thing. What? Want crystal? Ah! The contraption. Great. You take care. Okay. I got a little bit more left in me. But this cat has no more waiting left in her. So, hang tight, gang. Want some supper? She does. Alright, hang tight. I'll be right back. Well played, Thedev. Okay. Well, is there a second person here? Or perhaps a diary? Outpost. Reading material for soldiers. Well, that's great. I thought maybe it was an open diary explaining the mystery of... Oh, would you... Oh, man. A small orrery. Oh, I see. That's actually downstairs. Really creepy sounding, too. Alright. To the orrery. Maybe we can only look at it by using the power of the remote orrery viewer. Uh-oh. Running out of daylight. That might be a sign. Hey, there's my one spider silk. I'm not going to be able to find my reagent bag in the dark, though. Glowing gem. Is it buried under all this mutton? It is. Do I not have the key bag anymore? The bag where I was keeping old keys? You know what? I don't care. Okay. Oh, could you? Okay. Mutton for all. Get out the mutton bag, Ela. Have some bread, Spark. Elo's just sick of the smell of mutton. He's got mutton grease all over his hand from when he was carrying it. Moonglow. Yes. Thank you. That's helpful. Fellowship Hall. Wait. I want to try and find this special object that I've received. I'm never going to find it. Who am I kidding? Somebody else in the team have it? Yeah, what is this book I'm carrying? That's a good question. It's the Metaphysics of the Healing Arts. I don't know why I'm carrying that. I guess because it says that it would be very helpful for a seasoned healer. So I was like, maybe I'll meet a seasoned healer and they'll be like, oh wow, thank you, Avatar. Put that mandrake root in the stack. Are you holding the device, Saramed? Is it in your sack? No, your sack just contains a sword for some reason. What about you, Spark? He's got it. Why didn't you say something when you took it, Spark? Maybe he did and I wasn't paying attention. Cool. Eight o'clock. Tiny little bit of sunlight left, I guess. Just enough to not get some snarky ass comment from Ela. Can we find... This is probably Nelson. Nope. You meet a woman. You see a woman who meets your gaze with an icy stare. I've heard you're cold sometimes. What's your name? I am Zelda. What's you do? What do you do? I am the advisor at the Lyceum. You like it here at the Lyceum? She rolls her eyes at me. Lyceum is the building in which thou dost stand. Lady? I know that. It's a great library. The telephone beckons. Hang tight, gang. Okay, back in business. Structure has changed over the past 200 years. The essence of learning has not. And you're an advisor. Okay. Well, that's very good. Tell me about the townspeople. I have little time for this. I know only Lyceum Head and his twin Brion at all well. The trainer also studies here in the Lyceum. She looks up at the ceilings of reading from an invisible overhead list. Thou dost already know about Penumbra. Mariah is here. If thou wish to know about a member of the Fellowship, ask the clerk there. Otherwise, let me return to my duties, as an afterthought she adds, and keep thy voice down. People are trying to read. So, how do you feel about Brion? He's open-minded, idealistic. He knows the heavens quite well. I find him very attractive, but I do not know how to convey mine intentions. She turns away shyly. Unless, perchance, my lord, wilt aid me? Wilt thou agree to tell him for me, my lord? Yes. Thank thee, my lord. Thank thee, she blushes. For thy kindness, I will give thee this white potion I found once while straightening the basement. Here, drink this thing that I found in the basement. Alright, thanks. That's great. Thanks. What's been happening lately? She does books. Jillian does tutorials. Sets up educational entertainment programs. You're a public librarian. Huh. Well, that's gonna be sad if it turns out Mariah is getting the old Sutek treatment. She's losing her mind. Who's the Lyceum head? He's very competent, though a little eccentric. Wish he would refrain from showing off his collection of trinkets to everyone who enters the building. Always makes such a commotion. Penumbra? What is to waste my time in this manner? Penumbra is the sage who put herself to sleep 2 centuries ago. Rumor has it that only the Avatar can awaken her. It's not a waste of your time if that's really relevant information. I hate you. I don't hate you, but you're not my favorite by any means. I'll say this. I'll say this, Zelda. I like you so much better than every fucking person I ever met in Vesper, except Catherine. Why do you think I'm going to be overturning shelves and just moving books around while looking for people? You got new books? Demarian Spectre's The Avatar Adventures. Oh yeah. The Avatar has some pretty cool adventures, huh? Yes. Okay. Okay. Nice to meet you, Zelda? Oh, there's Mariah complimenting the shelves. Alright. Can we get back to the observatory in time? To catch Brienne. I mean, in theory, Brienne should be, you know, awake at night. In fact, is that him at the telescope? No. Ah, now it's nighttime. He could still be awake, though. Like, he should be awake. This should be his... Alright, that's just the weird humming of the... Wait a minute. Okay. Jeez. Uh-oh. Have I lost the ability to go... anywhere? Hold on. Okay. There we go. Ha! Of course he's up. Burning the 930 oil. Hey, Brienne. What the hell? Do I have to get all the way into his... Okay, people. Okay. So when I said yes, I can tell Brienne how you feel. All I actually meant was yes. Now I can officially tell the... Tell the bartender that you're in love with Brienne. Oh good, a fruitcake. Spark, do you like fruitcake, kid? Is this food? No, it's just the ground. Well, that was not a super rewarding gremlin battle. So it goes. If the pub's open late, we can enjoy our free meal. Of course it is. Wait, who's this? Oh, right, of course. It's, you know, the person who watches when Fiercey's not here. What's your name? Carlin. Carlin, you say? Broad smile. What do you do? She's the tailor. She tends bar in the evenings. She's the tailor slash barkeep. So, Fiercey... Ah, yes, of course. And you're a tailor. Cool. Well, I will do that. You like it here in Moonglow? This is a weird thing that seems to be going on in Moonglow where nobody knows everybody. There's another, you say? Ptolemac, yeah. Who's the clerk? Does Belena ring a bell? Nah, Rankin probably knew. Right. Hey, it was great to meet you, Carolyn. Even if what I was hoping to do was talk to someone else entirely. Who's this? A lithe-looking fighter. He smiles in my direction. What's your name? Chad! Chad the trainer, eh? I'm James, the avatar, but... What do you do? Teach expertise with light weapons. You like it in Moonglow? I know the location, because we're there. Great. Well, yes. Take care, Chad. It's good to meet you. Okay. Well. Whoops. We've got lots more to do in Moonglow. And then we'll be back on the seas. So that's what I got time-wise this week. So we're done here. Coming up this week, nothing on Tuesday. It's me this time. Usually it's Greg. Not being available for Greg and James beat 'em up. But I will be, ooh man. It's design project presentation week. And this year, the design presentations take place during design lab times. So I looked at the schedule today because I wanted to spare myself the horror. There's no good way to apportion 24 hours of presentations across a single week. But I looked today for the first time and learned that on Tuesday, I've got 9 straight hours of design project presentations. That will end at 9 p.m. at night. Oof. But on Friday, hopefully we'll be back. Friday Night Forgotten Circles. We have made it now to the end. We're at the boss, which is great because Frosthaven has made landfall in North America. So at some point in the next couple months, I will have Frosthaven. We're not going to want to play the clunky, ambitious yet flawed expansion pack to the original Gloomhaven. We can have the shiny new sequel. So hopefully we get through that quick. And then next weekend, I'll be back here. Probably playing early on Saturday to do more Live Alive. We've now knocked off Near Future, Wild West, Imperial China, and I just did it yesterday. Prehistoric Era. So, Twilight of Edo Japan, the far future, and the present day. It's what's before us. And then I guess the game's over. Or is it? Bum, bum, bum. And then, next Sunday, hopefully, with more time to devote to it, we'll be back in Britannia, heading around. That's Danielle saying, hey, I'm home and I need you to help me bring groceries in. So I won't do the whole spiel. I'll say, I will. Thanks for sticking around to the end if you did. If you didn't, but you came, you left, you can't hear my voice, I'm still glad you came. Thanks for coming. Until the next time, did the moon gauge drop us all in the same place? Take care of yourselves and be kind to everyone you meet.